I feel like if film never worked out or YouTube never worked out, one of the occupations I would choose would be teaching. And I feel like if I was to be a teacher, I would probably do like middle school or high school. And the reason I choose to do one of those, maybe even college, and maybe, I don't know, just anything with like younger adults, people that's, kind of in those preteen to like young adult era. And the reason I choose that is because I feel like this. Most times, and not every time, but most times when you ask a kid what do they want to be when they're young, a lot of kids tend to go for big dreams. Like they say, I want to be a lawyer, I want to be a nurse, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a teacher, I want to be an astronaut, I want to be an actor, I want to be an actress. You know what I mean? Like a lot of kids, when we're young, we have so much creativity because to us, we don't really have much problem in the world unless you're somebody that you were born in just a very, very abusive household and got to go through poverty. And in that case, your mindset might be different because you're forced to develop at an early stage. But for those who grew up in a more privileged household where you have no worries, a lot of the times we tend to dream big and we tend to just be very, how can I say, like outgoing. I don't know. And then I noticed like a pattern though, especially in America, where a lot of the times by the time kids get to high school, we tend to fade out with our dreams and our passions, and we choose to settle for something more, what they call realistic, where we feel like we won't really make it to see, those things that we had vision in our mind when we were young kids because of how hard working we have to do and how much work you have to put in to get to that moment. Let's put it like this. You were a kid and you probably said once in your time before that you wanted to drive a Lamborghini. Maybe because you saw it in your favorite rapper or singer's music video, and you decided when you were a kid that you want to have that same car. Then you got older and you realized that a Lamborghini costs $200,000 and most jobs nowadays ain't paying enough to even cover your rent. So now your dreams has finally faded and you say, you know what, I might just settle for this job with this Kia. Now I'm not saying that it's wrong for settling for that lifestyle. To each his own. You do what you want to do. I won't knock nobody hustle because I came from a struggle myself, so I understand that any way you get it and if you have the ability to have it, it's still a blessing. Whether it's a Kia, a Toyota, a bicycle, or just the ability to walk, it's still a blessing. However, what I am saying is this. The reason I would be a teacher, and going forward to what I was just saying, is there's so many teachers out here that when they get into the school system, they follow just the curriculum. They never really try to motivate any of the students to be better with themselves and chase their dreams and goals. And I feel like that's one of the main reasons that a lot of kids lose passions, because we aren't taught the things that's really, needed to be a successful person. We aren't taught financial literacy. A lot of us aren't taught about taxes. A lot of us aren't taught the things, of how to start a business and how to be an entrepreneur. We're only taught to continuously follow the curriculum and do what the school board wants us so that we can be just like every other adult with the average lifestyle. And I feel like if you're somebody with big dreams, you have to keep it in your mind that this is only a temporary thing until I get to the next level, and always look at life as steps that you continuously climb until you reach the point where you say, I'm successful and I've made it to where I finally dreamed of. And that's kind of why I want to be a teacher, so I can be that difference in the system to just kind of motivate everybody to always chase their dreams no matter what. Never fall off at your vision. Never allow a doubt to come within your mind or allow somebody else's words to doubt how you feel or stop you from your journey. Everybody's journey is made different, and the path that you chose in life is always going to be different from other people. Success has a longer path to it. If you're looking at somebody else who's successful was very, quicker, understand that just because their success came quicker than yours doesn't mean that you're a loser or you're not successful. It just means that your path and your time to get it is going to be longer, and you just got to be patient. Understand, like I said in my last video, patience is a virtue. Your time is going to come, you just got to wait. Never sit and doubt God's blessing that He has stored for you. God has a bigger blessing waiting on you. You just have to keep putting in the work and believe and have faith in God that He's going to do it. Faith is a belief in something that you cannot see, although you know it exists or believe it exists. So with that being said, have faith in yourself that you're going to make it. Have faith in God always. And most importantly, have faith in your dreams at all times, no matter what happens. Life is going to be like a roller coaster. You're going to have your ups, you're going to have your downs. But at the same time, you're always going to smooth out in the end. It's always going to be worth it. And when you're done with that roller coaster, you're always going to have a smile on your face and feel joy. You might be afraid, but fear is just an emotion that we all feel. You're human. You can't knock yourself for being human. Fear is going to happen in your life, but you can't let fear nor doubt stop you and hold you back. Love y'all. Y'all stay safe.